Absolutely. Well, let's actually go across to Yash now, who's in conversation with the top boss at National Stock Exchange, the platform on which bulk of the trading in India happens. Ashish Kumar Chauhan. Yash, take it away.
Well, thank you, Prashant. So, of course, the most awaited conversation as far as Samvat is concerned. Ashish Kumar Chauhan, the MD and CEO at the National Stock Exchange. Ashish bhai, first of all, Shubh Samvat to you and all the investors. I want to start this discussion by asking you, has this been a year where your wife has been telling you that I've been a better fund manager than all the brokers, all the asset managers around? And are you sort of preparing yourself for a revenge next year?
First of all, Sal Mubarak, Happy Diwali and Sal Mubarak to all your viewers. It's a new year coming tomorrow. Today is the last day of the Samvat 2081. The new year starts tomorrow. In a way, both me and my wife both are not allowed to invest in stocks. So we invest through the ETFs or mutual funds normally in stocks. But overall, I think it has not been that great a year. Nifty has given 6.5% returns vis-a-vis gold, which has given almost 45%, silver has given 62%. Even S&P 500 and Nasdaq have given 15 and 25% each. Nikkei has done well.
Correct.
But if you look back, say 5 years, we have Nifty has given 3 great years where we were the best performing markets in the world. And so I think the next year looks much better because of the way the entire year panned out with the tariff war starting and also uncertainty about the US elections and the tariff war and then Operation Sindoor and many other things kind of converged into one single Samvat.
Correct.
And I think now the services exports are booming because of the GST reduction. Consumption is booming. The manufacturing is booming. New investments are coming. The PLI systems are now kicking up. New chips are coming. The one which were established the plans are going to go live in the next Samvat. And so many things are looking good for India going forward.
As you said, this was certainly a year of lot of uncertainty, starting with wars to, of course, wars on ground as well as with respect to economy in terms of trade and tariffs. What is the estimation, understanding and hope, rather, biggest thing, as far as equity as an asset class for the coming Samvat is concerned?
In a way, equities have done well over the last 30 years. And in 30 years, many wars have been fought. Many tariffs have been put in. Many times the IT sort of frameworks have changed across the world. And India has done exceedingly well over all these 30 years, right? And so NSE started on November 3, 1994, which was a Diwali day, right? So it's 31 years complete today on the Hindu calendar.
Correct.
And we have gone ups and downs. The Nifty started on November 3, 1995 basis as 1,000. Today it's 26,000.
Correct.
And if you take the dividends, it would be like 30,000. And so 1,000 rupee invested on the long run with all the
ups and downs
and the dot-com bubble and the global financial crisis and much larger, the COVID and everything else coming up and down, very many wars. But still India has continued its march. And probably next 30, 40, 50 years, India is going to do that on the back of the technology and also the demographics. The India's demographics today is the youngest in the world in terms of the large economies. And that's what is going to keep us
alive and kicking.
Going
Absolutely.
forward.
One question, of course, it's expected to be a special year for investors, but it's also expected to be a special year for NSE. You've applied for your IPO NOC, right? Would you say this is the last Diwali for NSE as an unlisted entity? And the next time we meet you on the day of Diwali, NSE would hopefully be listed?
I have great hopes. Hopefully NOC should come soon, and then 7-8 months we should be able to roll out the IPO. So, I mean, I have great hopes for the next Samvat. Yes,
correct.
IPO.
One another question, of course, the last 2 months have been sort of dominated with so much of noise around whether weekly expiry should stay, should not stay. The brokers, of course, in one voice saying that it should continue and there should be measures which should be taken to safeguard retail investors outside removing weekly expiry. As an exchange for NSE, you've had enough time to see the matter through and through. What is the view that an exchange like NSE, the largest exchange, is for?
No, we have to work with the government, whatever their views are finally that prevail. And as disciplined soldiers, we try to work with whatever the regulator tells us to do. At the same time, we provide our details. As you know, only 2% of the total registered investors, 12 crore investors, 2% is 25 lakh people trade in derivatives, not 98%.
Correct.
And out of that 2%, only 90% people trade in equities and derivatives both. And people
Correct.
have made huge money in equities, as we know.
Correct.
So only 10% of the 24 lakhs, which is 2.4 lakh people, trade only in derivatives, which are all experts, that
Correct.
are traders, day traders, right? And
Correct.
so effectively, we have not understood where the statistics of people losing money has come from. But whatever the case, we'll have to continue to work with the government and other regulators on this.
Absolutely. So should weekly expiry stay or should it be removed?
For us, if you want to have 2 weekly expiries, you need to have one Nifty and other Bank Nifty.
Okay, perfect, of course. One question as far as primary market is concerned. The last 1 month hasn't been, except for a couple of issues, large issues, but it hasn't been a blockbuster, so to say, giving returns on the day of listing. And of course, since then also. How do you see the IPO market for the coming year? Because a large section of retail investors do look at new offers and new investment opportunities there. How do you see the primary market as a pipeline and, of course, the return portfolio?
Indian markets have to grow in terms of the size, but also the variety of papers available, right? Variety of companies available. We were too narrow focused because not many IPOs were coming. Now, last year has seen like 250 odd IPOs. Even this Samvat has seen that, and probably next Samvat will have even more. And that is actually the sign of a growing, fast-growing economy where newer IPOs are coming. And you can see on the other side, contrast, Japan is running 30-year low on the companies listed. Australia is running 30 years low. Even Singapore is running 30 years low. Europe is running 30 years low. Only country which has new companies coming in are all India, a little bit China, but broadly no other markets are getting newer companies because India is growing so fast.
Okay, I think that is the largest unlisted private company in the country, 5 lakh crores in market capitalization, which perhaps is going to make its debut, given everything goes according to plan. Yash, of course, asked Ashish Kumar Chauhan about it, and that's the conversation straight from National Stock Exchange.